gonna start my speech in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so at the end of this motion, they basically mean whether or not we should aggressively oppose the K-pop industry, in which we, as a Cyber House, proudly propose. But first, let me put my rebuttal. First, the opposite team has stated that internalization of beauty standard is important, and do not blame that on the K-pop. But we cannot deny that the K-pop itself has a lot of influences over the current trend, and this current trend affect a lot of individual, and this effect is shown by the trend right now. So we cannot really expect internalization to be the solution. And then they stated that the K-pop industry is focused more on talent, not just look. But if that's so, why does many agency contract has lost weight, has many dieting, extreme dieting, and why does famous K-pop groups such as Twice only cannot sing but they are very popular? Why? Because their looks. And then they stated that the feminist agenda does not have any business in this matter. But I believe that is the opposite of the case, because we believe because the K-pop is gaining trend, we believe the feminists should be aggressive, because we believe this feminist movement could create a change better for the people on the K-pop industry itself and outside. Alright, first there are two arguments that I want to present in this my speech. First, I believe was about the K-pop industry itself in the market and the exploitatory nature of said K-pop industry. Now, for the industry in the market, one of the things the opposite team has stated, they say that it's supply and demand, because the people demand for the supply, then they shall receive it. But I believe that is not fair, because I believe the supply came from the insecurity of the fan itself. I believe it is stemmed from the insecurity and the idolizing fans of this K-pop industry. Why? Because first, we cannot argue the fact that this K-pop industry has a lot of branches. They branches to a lot of like online shop. There's branches to smartphone ad. There branches to food ad like BTS Me, for example. And this thus enable consumerism, and this create an exploitation of many kind of different advertisements. So this advertisement, whether you like it or not, it's targeting these vulnerable audiences. This targeted them into buying said object. Why? Because they are young, because they are insecure, they are prone to idolizing their idol. They are prone to buy things, and this enable consumerism. That's why the supply keep increasing, because this K-pop industry has a malicious practice of enabling said consumerism tendency. And next, the exploitatory nature of this K-pop industry itself. Ladies and gentlemen, not every idol is started young, but a lot of idol in the K-pop industry started very young age. Like for example, 15 or 16, which a lot of people may consider is underage. Why? What's the example? Example is the trainee group, aka the trainee for a lot of agency like YG and etc. These trainees is known to be very young and very impressionable. The reason why they became trainee is to fulfill their dream of being an idol, which is very disheartening to hear, because it shows that they have been influenced by this K-pop industry. They have almost lost their self-identification. They surrender themselves to this agency, and this has made them prone to exploitation by the industry, because this industry, such as the agencies, have power over them, because they have the authority power, and what they say go. And if they do not comply with their demands, they may fail on their training, on the trainees' face, and that will break them even more harder. Ladies and gentlemen, it goes beyond that. It goes that even after they are accepted by the agency, even after they are known as a K-pop star, they are still think as contract. This contract has a lot of restriction, and I believe it is a very restrictive of their human right, their right as a human. Because first, this contract consists of like they do not allow to speak their personal opinion. They cannot have a relationship, and they cannot do what they want, because all of this is for branding purposes, which means they are not human anymore. They are being dehumanized into an object for the sole purpose of selling product and for the sole purpose of the agency's agenda. And I believe this will create a fake sense of perfection for the fans themselves, because they will see them and think, wow, they're so perfect. But in reality, they are constrained and they are choked by this a lot of limitations. And ladies and gentlemen, this policy stems from the fact that the Korean industry is like that. The the government itself doesn't really have a say in what's the policy by this different agency, and this shows that the feminist is needed more than ever. Why? Because feminist movement, one of the aim for them is peace and inclusivity is the right, because they believe that every person is a human and they deserve their right. And why we believe this is the right way, this is the right time to aggressively oppress, because like first we stated that K-pop industry is rising, and now more than ever, if we strike, if we aggressively oppose them right now, we will make an impact. Like the opening benches have stated, we will able to reach a lot more audiences. We may also able to reach a lot of social movement as well, and this may perhaps create a change, because ladies and gentlemen, feminist movement have proven to be successful in a lot of other aspects, such as, for example, the education, voting system, workspace, etc. And I believe that we may also help in change this policy, because at the end of the day, we do not really despise the K-pop industry. We did not really hate this K-pop industry. What we are opposing is the system itself, because at the end of the day, once they become idol, they are no longer become human. Once they are idol, they are a puppet basically for the agency to control them. And by making aggressive attack, by making our voices heard that they also deserve to be human, they also deserve to have their human side, I believe this will be heard, and eventually I believe this will change the policy, so that the contract isn't as restrictive anymore, and the artists can express them more, they can express themselves more freely, and that's what I believe the feminist movement is all about. So to summarize it, I believe that from this debate we have shown that outside the industry and the inside the industry itself is very damaging towards the stars, towards the fans, and towards the whole K-pop industry as a whole. And to make this K-pop industry more manageable, to make this K-pop industry more safe and more benefit to every aspect, we believe change need to be, and I believe this change could gain by making aggressive attack. That is all, and we proud to propose.
I'll start my arguments in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this head-up debate. That I found some clashes towards this motion that bring to us today. These clashes are the effect of the K-pop industry beauty standard. Second, what does K-pop industry really sell to their consumer? Third, the importance to put this motion to the feminist agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposition team already stated that the K-pop industry is actually not really affecting the status of the beauty standard, while the government team already stated that actually this is very affecting, ladies and gentlemen, because the current status quo is now that K-pop industry is the massive and the big trend in the current status quo, ladies and gentlemen. And also the opposite team stated that the beauty standard is actually internalized, and also the beauty standard is just an spectrum and so on and so forth. But they forgot, ladies and gentlemen, how individual preference is really depending by the trend of the current status quo. For example, in the past fashion trends in the 80s, for example, people like bright color fashion, bright color clothes, and for example, in the 20s also there is a trend about this thin lining of eyebrows, ladies and gentlemen, which people doesn't really prefer anymore in nowadays. This show us that K-pop industry is massively affect the beauty standards in the current status quo. So this argument is failed, ladies and gentlemen. Also, they are clashing about what K-pop industry actually sell. The opposite team tell us that the K-pop industry is have a lot of talents, people with talents. They increasing their talents, but also the self-actualization in this industry. For example, when BTS is winning the Grammy, that was a very groundbreaking for the music industry. And how the physique appearance is just the nuance in this industry, ladies and gentlemen, this argument is very unbased, because if in K-pop industry the appearance is just a nuance, then why a lot of idols are forced to switch their appearance to the standard that they have, that they use a lot of cosmetic cosmetic procedures, and also extreme diet, and even whitewashing. Ladies and gentlemen, talent, if they only talk about talent, that the K-pop industry only sell their talents and that the physical appearance is just a nuance, why there are some of big girl groups, let's say in the current status quo, we know that Twice, one of the girl group Twice have this scandal that they are lack of singing competency, ladies and gentlemen. And also that BTS winning in the Grammy was very arguably that that play the big part of their winning is actually their massive fan base, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we found they keep talking and clashing about the feminist agenda, whether or not the feminist is the importance of the feminist aggressively opposing this K-pop industry, because K-pop industry first they really clashing of what the purpose of the feminist itself, ladies and gentlemen. And also we can see that in the current status quo, a lot of things, a lot of movement, a lot of increasing quality in policy and etc. is made by the feminism community, ladies and gentlemen. So why not we also put this community, this agenda into the entertainment side, ladies and gentlemen. They have it because the core of this industry, that why the feminists really need to clash this industry, because the core itself is really exploiting both the fans and also their artists, and the objectification of the woman, which is really clashing what the feminism movement proposing to this world. And also the contract of this K-pop industry is restricting their human side, like their personal opinion, their love relationship, etc. Thus, this also creating a fake sense of perfection, which further show why feminism movement is needed in this industry. So, at the end of the day, we are not restricting or opposing the K-pop industry as a whole, but we found that K-pop industry is problematic in the eye of the feminists, and why we should aggressively opposing it, because K-pop industry at this status quo is is the trend right now, and is massively affecting the global trend, the global mindset, even for the young generation. Ladies and gentlemen, we really found the importance why feminism is chosen to aggressively opposing the K-pop industry, because K-pop industry is practicing a lot of things that feminists have concern of, like exploiting girls, objectification women, and oppressing the self-freedom, the freedom of their self, the freedom of their voice, the freedom of how they express their self, ladies and gentlemen, especially on women. And so that's why we find the importance, why we really need to aggressively opposing the K-pop industry, because it really doesn't match the feminism movement, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, we really have this strong arguments why we really need to opposing the K-pop industry, because first, it affecting a lot on the beauty standards, which also the concern of the feminism. Second, they objectifying women, because they objectifying women, and also it's also the concern of the feminism movement. 3, they are taking the freedom from this woman, and also that's also the agenda of our feminism movement. That's why we really need to strongly, aggressively opposing this K-pop industry. Thank you.